uh, Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Shah, Shem Kakadash, Wadi Yahweh Shem Shah, for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone, who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Akim, pushing the word in sincerity and truth, and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, 200 million missiles in the soils of America. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord lift up the whole for the elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens, rightfully so. Just trying to get a quick one in before I get on the journey. Got a couple of more things to handle before I also move. Yeah, let's read this again. It says Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. And what are we supposed to be learning? We're supposed to be learning the will and the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah. Alright, that's what we're supposed to be learning right now. We're supposed to be in depth, in tune with Yahweh Shem Shah and these scriptures. A verse just came to my head. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It just came to my head, Salaki, if I can't find it. I just know, who was that? Yes, Salaki. You know how you have your book and you, give me 1 second, let me pause this. Hey, Salaki, I found it. You just, you're trying to get it in your brain. You fighting elements, man. You got all the stuff they do to your brain, bro. It's mess you up. All right, Salaki. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter, the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 1, right? And it reads, But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High Yahweh Shem Shah is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, and be occupied in prophecy. So that's all key elements to what we're doing this for, because we got to seek out the old way, and the old way is the will of Yahweh Shem Shah from Abraham, Isaac. We go back further because it was verbal, but Salaki, when it was given to Moses, it was written in tablets. But this time around, see what we're going right now, we are practicing the righteous we're practicing the righteous acts. But this time around, the Lord's gonna give us the ultimate download, and we're never gonna go off ever again. So everything that's happening is for the prelude of perfection. See, we've been cleansed in the same process. We've been cleansed of our old lives. And how do we get cleansed from our old lives? Because we mortify the members of our wicked ways. And we seek the ancient path. And the ancient path is in these scriptures. This is the ancient way. There's many books that's been written, but that's not the ways. That's what got us in trouble, following other doctrine. When it speaks about the fruit with Eve and Adam and Eve, it's talking about philosophies. So there's ancient ways of wickedness too. That's what got us in trouble. Okay, so let me read this one more time. Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High. And that's what you're supposed to be giving your mind to Yahweh Shem Shah. And the scriptures also says that seek him 10 times more. So there's no excuse. Alright? And is occupied in the meditation thereof. And it's always running through our mind. We get out in the world and there's always something that's going through that's in your mind that's being filtered through the scriptures and what you see, what you're going through, and that's important too, because that's how you know how to conduct yourself in the world. And hey, because some people go to work, they just know they don't want to lose the job, so they're gonna conduct themselves properly. Women does that. Sometimes there's one woman at the job, the job I was at before, she just flipped out. She didn't want to work on the Esau. So fuck that. The other one, the black woman, she was like, fuck this shit. She, they escorted her ass out. And if I die, they already clarified to you. They know you better than them. They just don't know how to. They don't want you. They don't like your attitude. So women does that. So they ain't gonna lose their job or whatever the case may be. And they don't give a fuck. They don't want to see the Jake man rise up either. It's just lots of shit going on. It's a lot of shit going on in that. But how you conduct yourself, harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent in the world. So you gotta be always on your P's and Q's, cross your T's, dot your I's. Alright? And occupy in the meditation thereof. Will seek out the wisdom of the ancient ways, the ancient of the scripture. That's what we just read. Let me see. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back to this verse. Right? Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. And this is what we have came to a point where we have learned that we could have been a part of this world. We could have been doing it phenomenally. I take a preach. Tell you the truth, yes, we could have been doing it. We could have been doing it, but as you can see, those who has been doing it, certain individuals is killing off certain other individuals. It's happening, man. Then all of a sudden the other people get so good, they got to make a sacrifice. There's always a sacrifice, because even on the righteous side, there's a sacrifice. All right, you have to sacrifice your old ways and come into righteousness. But in the wicked side, in this wicked society, you got to sacrifice somebody, your family member, somebody you know, another rapper, you got to sacrifice your soul. You got to give it over to Esau. All right, so there's always a sacrifice. But are you making a righteous sacrifice? That's what you got to look at, because there's the balance. Yahweh Shema Shah is a balance. You got to, if you understand the scale of righteousness and wickedness, but you have to right now. It said, the scripture says, choose life. You really don't have a choice. You really don't have a choice. So whatever you're doing now, demons are on you. If you're doing something contrary to righteousness. So this is what we have learned. We have learned that we have to follow righteousness. Choose life. And you'll be granted. You know how you choose life? By following Yahweh Shema Shah. For whatsoever, Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we do patience, because we have patience right now. And patience means to suffer. Alright, we are suffering this world, man. This is fucking ridiculous, bro. It's like we're looking at all this, man. It's like, okay, but we gotta walk through the shadow of the valley of death and hope and pray Yahweh Shema Shah protects us, man. We gotta keep. That's all. What it says. The Yahweh Shema, the Lord's name. Hold on, I gotta see if I can find that. Darn it. Alright, Romans. Let's see if I can come back to this. Salaki. Alright. If I can come back to that, be alright. Salaki. I don't want to lose my place. Strong tower. Because this is important, man. Salaki. Alright. Salaki. Alright. Alright, Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of Yahweh Shema Shah is a strong tower. So that's the key point right there. The name of Yahweh Shema Shah, and the scripture speaks that it says the Father's name and the Son's name is thou can tell. That's how we know that we're on the right path, because we know His name. So it's stupid to say that you don't know God don't have a name. It says the name of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. And that's what we want to be safe, man. Because a lot of people ain't gonna be safe in this time to come, in the day of Jacob trouble. A lot of people ain't gonna be safe, man. We're hoping to be safe. All right. Salakia. I got it. Salakia. All right. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. That, because hey man, we learn all the dumb shit in this world, man. I know for a fact that I can put myself on the as a example. I learned a lot of crazy shit, man. Shit, I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, Lord, forgive me. You know? Hey, and now we learn the ancient ways of what we shouldn't be doing. We know everything is idolatry, everything is folly, everything is witchcraft, and we don't want to be going back to those routes. For whatsoever things were written for our aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort, and that's another thing, we have been comfort with these scriptures, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man, because when we look back now, I know when I look back, goddamn, Lord, oh man, and boy, do we need this, because every damn rapper we ever known, because that was a route I was on, trying to be a rapper, right? Some try to be basketball players. Everybody ain't got rings, even if they got some. Only certain ones, like for example, Michael Jordan, he's living it up, right? He got all the rings, but all the other ones that came up with him got fucked up lives. Or Jay-Z, the biggest rapper. Everybody else around him, Puffy and them, they got their little thing. Rick Ross, everybody, they got their own levels, but all the other rappers is fucked up. They're not doing too good. You know, so there's certain individuals that's in this society that they hold their place because the elites on Shashu in the game has put them there. There's no way of going around it, and I know for a fact the Lord let me insight see certain things, and I'm like, whoa, I don't want that. Moving on, and you can see certain things now. Now it's 2021. We know these motherfuckers ain't no good. Plain and simple. All right, let me try to end this one. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Hope in what? And getting the hell up out of this fucking filth, man. Hey? Getting out of America, man. So that was just a quick one. All prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, the Wali Yahweh Shema Shah for giving us apostles and the elders a great millstone. Shalom to the Hakim. Shalom.